Hi and welcome to moinframe. I'm Justus and this is the second episode in a series where we are building the moinframe website. The last time we built the foundation for the site, like installing Kirby and building up the hero of the homepage. And today I would like to add some social media links to the different channels of moinframe. Okay, this is where we left off the last time. Like we built the hero, my face peeking out of the headline, and some little text. And I want to work on this further. And I think down here, I would like to have some cards displaying the different social media channels we're using for moinframe. So we will switch to the backend and see how the panel looks. Going to the home template, we see like this is the hero section, and then we have another layout section with our full width layout and the text in it. And I think I want to have like another layout or section down here. And here in the blocks, I would like to have a block displaying automatically like all social media links I enter to the website. And I don't want to have the information put in here, so I want to have them globally available and use them in the block. I think the best place to do that is the site YAML file, because this is basically like the dashboard of the website. And I would like to configure the social media links in here and then grab them and display them inside the block on the homepage. And maybe we use the block on another page too. So I want to have like one truth where all the links are, and then we can pull the links from there and display them on the website. Okay, so let's open up the backend folder, and inside the blueprints we will have the site YAML file. And this is basically, yeah, the dashboard. So maybe let's clean this up a bit because it doesn't look quite nice yet. For us, since we don't use the main navigation right now, we can get rid of that. We can remove the, yeah, maybe let's keep the footer settings, but remove the privacy page. Let's reload. Okay, this looks a bit better. Let's put the pages on top. So we have pages. And maybe we can use another style here. So this is just a list view. Since we don't have that many pages, let's switch to another layout and let's use cards. And if we reload, you can see, okay, this is a card now. It does look quite nice. So it's a bit easier to distinguish where the navigation is. The drafts are down here. So to add new pages, we can use this field. That's fine. And I think below that we can add the social media links. Okay, let's call them social links. Give it a label. And I think now you have different types of fields we could use. There is, of course, the structure field that might be pretty obvious candidate to do so, but there might be other fields we can consider. And I think the object is quite nice. It's a pretty new addition to Kirby. I think it was with version 4, if I'm not mistaken. But we have like the type object field we can use. The object field does have fields and yeah, CodePilot is already suggesting some things, but Twitter is not one of them. So let's say YouTube. This would be type URL, that's right. And then we would have Mastodon with label Mastodon and type URL, that's right. We have another account, well, Instagram, so Instagram, and let's reload. Oh, you're right. So I put it on the outer sections. We have like different sections here, but the type object is actually a field, so we have to wrap it in another section. So let's create something like a meta section, which is type fields. And it does have fields. It does have one field, which is the social links. So let's see. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm using translation labels here, so that might be a bit irritating for you to see, but it's actually quite easy. If we want to put in a label, we can put it here, right? We can put it social links and reload, and now it's called social links. But it's good practice, in my opinion at least, to have different language support in your Kirby website. And the language support, you can add different languages, and you can use language keys like this to get automatic translating of your Kirby fields. So if we switch to the side folder, there's a languages folder, and we have a YAML file with all the information and labels in it. I structure it a bit for the backend. We have this panel headline, and then I'm structuring it a bit regarding like what it is and where it is placed. So we have the first label, which is a panel side section, social links. It's a label, and it will be called social links. And if I put it here and reload the panel, you can see this placeholder or key data is actually translated in the panel directly. So let's put it here, and we need to put our other fields here. That's YouTube, yes, Mastodon, yes, and slide fields, Instagram, that's correct. So you can see at some time, like for this task, the CodePilot is pretty awesome to get some time back. Okay, so we have our social links here, and the object field is pretty interesting because it's one field, and it does have different fields grouped. It's basically a group of fields, and we can put in here our different channels, and then we use those throughout the site. So let's put in the channels. All right, so we have our links in here. We have like a nice object field that's looking great. So let's use this data to display a card of each social media channel. So as mentioned, I would like to add a block first. So let's do that. For a block, you just add a blueprint. We will call it social links. Give it a name and an icon. Of course, you can use same syntax here. So social links name, edit in the YAML file. We have like a blocks section, right? Yes. Edit here. Social links. It might be a bit tedious, but if you get used to it, like it's pretty easy. And if you need to translate the panel, it's pretty easy just to copy all the keys you have and translate those instead of searching for them. Okay, to use the block, we will add it to a field set. I have some field sets prepared, and I can, it's called social links. Yeah. So we add it just to the field set. It's called links. Reload the panel, and now inside links, there should be our new block social links. But why is the icon not working? It is called, I think it's called URL, right? Is it URL? We might need to find a nice icon for that. Yes, it's called URL. Okay, so we can add the block of social links, and it does not have any fields, so it does not have a drawer to open. It just stays there like this. But now we have to look for the front end of the block, and that's a snippet in the folder blocks. Just name it the same as you named the block itself. And now we have our hello world block. And if we open up the front page, there it is, hello world. Wow, that's great. We might need to fetch the social links, right? That's like the main part because we want to display those social links. And we can do that by calling the site and accessing the global stored information. Okay, let's say it's called social links again, and it's $site social links to object. All right, let's see. So let's dump the social links. And yes, great. We have a content field. We have an array which holds like our key and then our value, which is our link to the social channel. So what we can do is we can echo out social links Instagram, for example, and will point us to our Instagram. So yes, pretty cool, I would say. I want to have this a bit more dynamic since I want to create a snippet and loop over those social links. So this is not working. Since it's not a direct array, it's just an object, content object. So we can use the toArray method to get it to an array, and then we can loop over it. And I think we can get the key as well. So let's see if we can get the key. Yes, so you have YouTube, Mastodon, Instagram, and then we have the link, which is our link. Okay, great. So I want to have the key in it because I want to identify which kind of link I'm currently echoing, and then like modify maybe the color of the card or something. So I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, so let's build up a card for each social media link. For the styling, as I said, I wanted to add the key. It's a habit of mine to have like the styling as a data style attribute. If it's not like I don't like to have classes like directly styling something for like classes coming from the content management system. So that's just a abstraction layer for me in the styling to know, okay, this is like a type of card or it's a different style of card. So I don't want to use the full URL as a link text, but rather have like the last part, like the username extracted from it. So let's do that. Let's say we want to have the username, and we can use the built-in str, like string functions class in Kirby. And this is has some static methods to modify strings, and it does come with a string split method, which takes a string and cuts it at a specific parameter. So yeah, we will give it the link and cut it at the slash. So this will not result in a string, but in an array. We can put it here, and we have like multiple slashes. So we have multiple matches in an array, and we just want to have the last one. And for that, we can use the end function to get the last element, since we know this will be the username, of course. So I think we have to wrap it, create a new variable. I think this is not working, right? Because yeah, it's not a variable. So let's call this like split. Not the most creative variable name. And username is the end of split. And then put in username. And nice, now we have our usernames. So we have put in some basic styling. I've renamed the cards to social card to be like a bit more specific. And I've added an icon. This is like a custom function I've built. It renders a snippet which displays an icon. All right, and then we have like some basic styling. And yeah, this is what it does look like. I would like to introduce some color to have it more colorful. And I found a pretty cool color palette lately. It's pretty new, I think, made from one guy. And so these are all colors based in the OKLCH color spectrum. And I think they look pretty neat. So maybe we can use some of those for our social networks. Okay, so we have defined our colors. Let's switch back to our front end. And we can use those colors. As you remembered, I defined data attributes called data style. And let's put in style YouTube. And if it's style YouTube, I want the background color to be color YouTube. Nice. But I think that's a bit much. So I want not the background color of the whole thing. I think we could introduce a new variable called icon color or text color. No, let's say icon color. Let's go with color black as a default. And the icon color will be the color of the E. So it's called icon color. And now we set the icon color here. Cool. So that's our icon color. All right. So maybe we add a little bit of animation when we hover the link. So we could say on hover and on focus visible. Let's move the icon a bit. Translate 0, 0. Let's see. No, that's not doing anything. Oh, I think the icon is not inside the link, is it? Then we could use the where definition. So where the has, I'm sorry, the has definition. All right. So, okay, let's see. When the social card has a link that is hovered or focus visible, it will move the icon a bit. And we can do that with a bit more dynamic when we add a transition. Yeah, that's quite nice. Maybe we can use the jump. I think I have a jump. Cool. Let's do that. That's a bit more friendly. Now we have some site-wide information on our dashboard, this one, that we use in our blocks on this position. Very nice. And if I want to put more than one block on here, maybe put it above the text as well, it's gonna work, and it does have the same information. And yeah, I have to change it once if I update it. So actually, let's see, since we have a GitHub channel as well, to do that, we have to go to this site and add another field in our object, which is called GitHub. Now you can see we have a bit of a problem because we didn't account for empty values. So there is no link here, but the GitHub is shown anyways. So let's fix that. And we have to make sure the values in this array are not empty. So there are multiple strategies to do this, but I think a pretty easy one is to look to check if the link is empty. So if the link is empty, we just continue the loop and ignore the empty string. Okay, great. That's working perfectly, and you can see both of our blocks are updated, but that looks a bit weird. So let's get rid of this block. Save the page, and now we are back to the normal look of the site. Okay, cool. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed watching me make mistakes while coding, and maybe you got something out of it. I hope so. In the next video, we will clean up the homepage a bit, and then we will move to the video section and look at how we can implement that to display different videos on the website itself. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. So see you next time. Bye!